it's me, Sissy, and today I have a recipe for you that I found online and kind of adapted to a low carb. I substituted just a few ingredients because mostly it was low carb stuff. The only thing it had was some sugar and ketchup, and I just kind of switched it out for the low carb versions and made this great Asian chicken thighs. So stay tuned and see how I made it. For our Asian chicken thighs, we are going to take bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs and put them in a cold pan. Starting it in a cold pan, not a screaming hot pan like I usually do my thighs. But we're going to put them in the pan, and you want to give them a little salt and pepper. Not a lot, because this is going to have a spicy Asian sauce on it. I'm just going to give it a little sprinkle of salt. A little piece of pepper, and we're going to start them in our pan skin side down. So let me stick these in the pan. I'm going to do these in my cast iron skillet, and as I said, we're going to start them in a cold pan. So, and I have rinsed these chicken thighs and patted them dry. Get them in the pan, and then we're going to put them on the eye. And we're going to turn it on medium-high and let them cook. Okay. And let's see, those need to cook for about 10 minutes on each side. Okay, so let me make our sauce. We're going to use a heavy bottom saucepan. And to that, we're going to add 1/3 cup of water. And then we're going to add 1/4 cup of a brown sugar substitute. I have golden monk fruit sweetener. You can use Supreme Gold, and if you don't have any of it, and I mean just for 1/4 cup, take 1/4 cup of your granulated sweetener and add 1/8 teaspoon of maple extract, and that'll kind of give you that brown sugar flavor. So we're going to add that, and we're going to give that a whisk. My chicken's sizzling away back there. Get that whisk into your water. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of orange juice and about 1/4 teaspoon of orange zest. Put that in, give it a whisk it up. And there's a little bit of carbs in the orange juice, and then I've got 2 tablespoons of no sugar added ketchup. And that has 2 carbs in it, but we're going to use it anyway because it's going to add a good flavor. And it's a sauce, and I mean this is going to make a lot of sauce, and you don't have to eat all the sauce. Okay, it's just going to be a flavor on your chicken. Okay, then we're going to use 2 tablespoons of reduced sodium soy sauce or coconut aminos if you have them. I still haven't bought any more, so I'm going to use the reduced sodium soy sauce. I try to avoid soy, but you know some of it gets in. And then I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of garlic ginger paste. Now I found mine at Aldi's, and it was like $1.79, so that's great. Add that, and then we're going to add, let's see, 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, and 1/2 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, and 1/4 teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice. Now, if you don't have Chinese 5-spice, add some ginger, let's see what else. Ginger, fennel, anise, any kind of spices. You can Google it and find a substitute for 5-spice. You can leave the spice out altogether. Just put some cinnamon, maybe some nutmeg, whatever spices you like. So we got that all whisked together, and then we're going to put that on the eye and let that simmer while our chicken finishes cooking. Okay, I just put it on a low heat, simmered, and just kind of heat it up a little bit. And when our chicken gets done, it's cooking on one side, we're gonna flip it over to the other side. Then we're gonna add the sauce that's heated. If it's not thick enough, we're gonna add a little bit of xanthan gum because we want it to be kind of a sticky, gooey sauce on our chicken thighs. We're gonna let those go, and we'll be right back. We had our chicken thighs cooked 10 minutes on each side, and I took them out of the pan. It drained all the chicken fat out and put them back in the pan. And now we're going to take our sauce, which we've had on low back here simmering for a little while. And it is thickened up nicely. I did add 1/8 of a teaspoon of xanthan gum in it. And we're going to pour that over our chicken. Now, if it looks like your sauce has gotten too thick, you can add 1/4 of a cup of water because we're going to put this back on the eye and let our chicken simmer in the sauce for about 20 minutes so it's done all the way through. So I'm going to go ahead and add a 1/4 of a cup of water to mine. Now this recipe that I'm using, it's just a recipe. It's not a low carb recipe, but it's a recipe from Taste of Home for Asian chicken thighs. And I just went through the recipe, and whatever they had on here that wasn't low carb and I could substitute, I did that. Like it had 1/4 of a cup brown sugar. I exchanged that for the golden monk fruit. 2 tablespoons of ketchup. I did the no sugar ketchup, no sugar added ketchup, or you could use, I would substitute maybe 1 tablespoon of tomato paste for it. And that was about the only things in here that were high carb. So, and I left in the orange juice because I had room for a few carbs in this recipe. This does make 4 servings. You could add another chicken thigh to this, and it would be 5 servings. Because this is a lot of sauce, and you don't necessarily have to eat all this sauce, and that's where all your carbs are going to come from. So now I'm going to put this back on the eye and let it cook for 20 minutes, and then we'll give it a taste test. Okay, oh, look at that. Doesn't that look good? I've let it simmer for about 20 minutes. That sauce has got thick and gooey, and as a finishing touch, we're just going to sprinkle on some green onions, and your Asian chicken thighs are ready to eat. Let's put them on a plate. And okay, we've got our chicken nice and done. The sauce, you could take your sauce and put it over some cauli rice, or you could just get some bread and dip it in there. But let's take a little taste and cut off a little piece. That's good. That's got it's got a good kick from the pepper flakes and the Chinese 5 spice. Kind of reminds me of General Tso's chicken. Used to get from my favorite Chinese restaurant. But this is really good, y'all, so give it a try. And remember, if Sissy can do it, you can do it too. Bye, everybody.